Hey Saber fans, it's 2023 and lightsaber tech has advanced a lot in the last few years. There are so many great options available today. But back in 2017, there was one entry-level soundboard that really took the market by storm and was very, very popular. And that was the Nano Biscotti V4. In this video, I'm going to talk about how this little old board still stacks up in today's modern technology. I'm Gray Paladin, and welcome to my Saberhood. First, I want to talk about the features of the Nano Biscotti V4, also known as NB-V4 as its abbreviation. This soundboard supports NeoPixel, which is highly sought after in lightsaber tech today. Kind of gives you the most realism in your lightsaber. It also supports RGB, flash on clash of a different color, and tri-Cree LEDs, as well as all the different kinds of LEDs that are available to this day. It comes with a removable SD card, so you can use this to customize configuration files on the inside, as well as the 3 sound fonts that it comes with. This comes with light meat, gray meat, and dark meat. But if you don't like those fonts, you can just take this SD card out, put it into a card reader in your computer, and you can always adjust and change those sound fonts to something that you may like. A lot of fonts are available at saberfont.com, so many people who had this soundboard were swapping out fonts on a regular basis. However, it was limited to just those 3. Now, as far as the features, that's pretty much it for this soundboard. It doesn't support smooth swing because smooth swing didn't exist at the time just yet. And then it also does not have some of the features that we normally seek out, which are blaster deflection, lockup, tip drag, melt, force effects. Those are not available on this. You just get it power on, you get basic swings, you do get clash with flash on clash if your LED supports that, and then you get power off. So it doesn't seem like much, but I think the biggest thing about this soundboard that I really like is how well and accurate the accelerometer works and functions on this saber. So this right here is one of the first sabers that I got, and this is by Blue Force Sabers. So I just tap it once, and it boots right up. I want you to just take a moment and listen to how responsive the swings are on this soundboard. It responds so well to every movement that I make, you almost don't miss the smooth swing. Now, of course, we all love smooth swing. I adore smooth swing. It's one of the best things that you can have on a lightsaber. Especially today, when you can combine regular swings like you hear on the Nano Biscotti V4 and the smooth swing. And we often call that accent swings. So smooth swing is something that is very much desired by pretty much everyone. And then you hear the regular swings, what we also call accent swings. So as I swing this saber, a Genesis Custom Sabers Bad Axe, I love this saber, and now when I swing the Nano Biscotti V4, the response of the regular swing is equal to the response of the swing on this saber here. And this is a Crystal Focus 10, the most advanced soundboard that Plexter Labs, buttered toast, offers. And this was, at the time, one of the lowest at the entry level. So that algorithm, how that accelerometer responds to your movement, is almost the same in both of these. It's just that this doesn't have the smooth swing. But it's so well responsive that you almost don't notice it. It's very satisfying to swing this saber. And when I swing, let's say, an LGT lightsaber that has only smooth swing and no accent swings, sometimes I find this to be a bit more satisfying than just hearing the smooth swing and not the accent in there at all. So this is one reason why I think the Nano Biscotti V4 still holds up today against the standards of all of our other lightsabers that we see out there. Now I want to get into installations. When you install a Nano Biscotti V4, for me, when I got started in my lightsaber collecting and whatnot and my interest, that was back in 2019. My first video was then. And I thought it might be great to learn how to install a lightsaber, but I wanted to start something simple. And the first board that I ever installed was a Nano Biscotti V4. There's essentially only one row of pads on this, just one row. And when you look at the wiring diagram, it's very clear what goes to what wire and what into what component. So for this board here, it's entry level not just in its features and what it does, but it's also entry level in, let's say, you installing and learning how to build a lightsaber of your own from the ground up. It's a really small board. The dimensions are quite simple. It's 28.5 by 18.5 by 5 millimeters. So this soundboard essentially fit in any size hilt. If you had a small Corbanth Sidious or Sid lightsaber, very small, I installed this board in one of those sabers. Fits with no problem. But larger boards like the CFX, sometimes you might have an issue fitting that into, let's say, a tighter or smaller hilt. So that really gives you an advantage there, which means that if you want to do other things with your lightsaber, you can still use this board, support NeoPixel. I think it can also support a crystal chamber. Maybe not, I have to double check that. But you have a lot of options when it comes to using that board. Thirdly, I want to talk about the use and the value of it. We all know and love Saber Trio. And for a while, their premium sabers had the Nano Biscotti V4 inside of it. They just recently switched, I say in the last maybe 2 years, switched to doing Profi and Crystal Focus 10. But their pretty much flagship soundboard was the Nano Biscotti V4 for quite a while. And if you look on Etsy and other places in the market, Nano Biscotti is still installed in some sabers. And now that I have this empty board here, I'm going to put this in another lightsaber and kind of upgrade it from its basic electronics that I had before. And then when you look at something like a stunt saber, you can install a Nano Biscotti V4 just as easily as you could a stunt saber essentially, and it's going to do so much more because you have those 3 sound fonts that are customizable, and you have the swings as well as the flash on clash. So when you look at the Nano Biscotti V4 compared to today's tech and standards, if you just want something to maybe beat around, or you're a stunt saber person but you kind of like having that sound but you don't necessarily need all the extra other features, maybe Nano Biscotti is the way to go for you. I personally really appreciate swinging a Nano Biscotti V4. Very simple. Power on and go to town. If you want to change your fonts, just press and hold. And there's the next font. And if you're a person who likes a little nostalgia, go ahead and pick up one of these Nano Biscotti V4s and just swing it. Trust me, you're going to love how it feels in your hands and all of the response that goes with it. So I hope this video was helpful to you, and I want to just bring a little more light to an old classic board, the Nano Biscotti V4. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, I would really appreciate you giving it a like. And consider joining my Saberhood by clicking that subscribe button and the bell, and you'll be notified of all my future content. Thank you very much for watching, and may the Force be with you.